Okay, scholar practitioner leaders, SPL, AI scientists, and AI colleagues. We are now on our final lecture for this week 4. And I'm hoping everybody is really enjoyed the previous 3 lectures because, as I've been alluding to, this is a great transitional week from the first 3 weeks lecture. So this lecture really combines everything that we have learned thus far in regard to risk management and our overall risk modeling for our book, as Roberts and Tona has eloquently provided us in regard to their best practices when you're talking about overall data management preparation, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning models for risk management, as well as just the premise when you're talking about the introduction to risk modeling. Okay, guys, so now we are going to go over our last and final presentation in regard to the one assignment that is due. So I really want to make sure, guys, as I just previously outlined in the first 3 oral lectures, please ensure that you guys are on time and submit your assignments in a orderly fashion. And what I mean by orderly, get it done early, okay? So that way you don't wait to the dawn of the week, and meaning that the last hour or two thinking that you're going to get done. Number one, you're not going to get done because there's so much material. And secondly, there could be a issue maybe with the service provider or where you're at location wise, something to that effect, because you're not in your customary location where you do your assignments, that being at home or in your respective place of relaxation where you do your assignments. Okay, so let's get that all done, guys, for this week, so I can give you your respective points and not take any points off or even get a 0 for missing the deadline. Okay, all righty. So as I've been articulating, guys, we do have just one assignment for our 2025 fall application of AI in risk management, section MSAI 632, B02, and B04 for our second buy term. Okay, so this one assignment, guys, is really straightforward. However, there is a lot to it. Again, just like week 3 and just like 2 and 1. Well, 1 was pretty much just the introduction, but like 2 and 3, okay, where you're going to have to follow step by step. Make sure you use the respective tools, and especially in this case, be very astute using your Python tool, okay? Because you're going to need that for extrapolating your data, okay? And the good way that you can organize your data is with the use of the spreadsheets that I'm going to go over along with the PowerPoint. And you guys already know about chapter 3, okay? So I just want to make certain, guys, that we all are on the same page in regard to the PowerPoint, because we do have some material that you're going to have to make sure that, you know what? Okay, Dr. Mark is right. I got to make sure I comprehend these PowerPoints because it would be to my advantage, haha, advantageous for me to make sure that I have them in my hip pocket, as Dr. Mark always alludes to. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be looking at, guys, in the PowerPoint is clustering. Okay, there's a nice overview PDF slash PowerPoint that you're going to really enjoy, guys. It's all about the introduction to clustering. It goes into great examples, give you the whole premise on why we do clustering. Okay, and you're going to get a good fundamental foundation of what clustering is all about. Okay, so that's going to be huge. Okay, then also here in our week 4, there is, let me just make sure I got that pulled up concisely. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, there's also going to be a piece that I really do enjoy a lot, guys, in regard to the PowerPoint is making sure that everyone is very cognizant of the one that really carries over in a, I guess you could say, a subtle way for what we're doing this week is that data mining techniques. Okay. It gives you concise details on the best approaches. I call it best practices when it comes to data mining. Okay, just the techniques involved step by step in making sure that you understand and comprehend how to do it. Okay, so you're going to be using your Python tool, so this is really going to be really aligned to that, and it's going to help you out tremendously. Okay, now the third PowerPoint slash PDF you'll see when you click on the links, just like in week 3, is everything that we've been discussing. Is all about risk management approaches. Okay, you're going to see the various approaches that we use for risk management. You're going to enjoy it. And the good thing about all these PowerPoints, guys, I'm highly recommending printing them out, saving them. You're going to need these by course end. Trust me on that. Okay, and then also just as you move forward in your careers, it's always good to have a resource. You know, I would laminate them, put them in your library, just have it so you can have it handy. Resources is always a good thing when you have your own private library, I like to call it. Okay. Trust me, I've been having a library for over 25 years and don't know, actually over 30 years, and don't know what I would do without it. So a library is all the good. You can always have that resource to pull from. Okay. So just remember, guys, number one, the clustering overview, you're going to appreciate that. Then the second PowerPoint is the overview of data mining techniques that you're going to need to tie in with chapter 3 and those Excel spreadsheets that I'm going to go over in just a bit. Okay. And then the third one is risk measurement approaches. And the last PowerPoint, guys, is K-mean clustering. Okay. So that's a very, don't get that confused with the other clustering overview. Okay, there's a k-means clustering, and then there's just clustering by itself. So you need to understand how to differentiate what is clustering versus k-means clustering. And you're going to see it really breaks it down. It talks about hierarchical algorithms. If you're not really up on that, it really gives a solid overview of that, as well as partitional clustering as well. So you're going to really, really value that, guys. And it got a couple of formulas in there. I'm not going to tell you what they are. It is up to you, your resources, you going in and see exactly, oh, these are the formulas that Dr. Mark was speaking on. Yes. Okay. So those are your 4 PowerPoints, guys. And life is easy for this week 4 if you make it that way by going into the PowerPoints that I will present to you. It will be in your presentation review that I will give you guys in regard to the notes from the oral lecture. You'll see it in your lecture notes, the PowerPoint as well as the Excel spreadsheets. So be on the lookout for those. Just like I said, when you go through your lecture notes as you listen to this PowerPoint, do take time out to go over that PowerPoint. Make sure you tie in with the respective chapter along with the actual Excel spreadsheets. Okay, I can't highlight that enough, guys. Okay, now speaking of those Excel spreadsheets, haha. Now we do have, as I mentioned, on the learning materials, those spreadsheets, right? Now, like I said, there is several spreadsheets, okay? And I just want you to be mindful. There are 5 total spreadsheets, guys, okay, that you're going to be looking at. Actually, it's really 2 per se. 3. I take that back. It's 3. Let's go with, it's going to be 3 spreadsheets, okay, to be concise. I don't want to scare you guys, even though I like making you guys excited because I know when you get excited, you really get engaged. But no, there's only three spreadsheets, guys, and the first one ties in to the PowerPoint that K means clustering analysis using the Excel. Okay, so you're going to need that to go with that PowerPoint that we just spoke on, and the K means clustering analysis using this Excel spreadsheet with the PowerPoint and the book. So you got a three-headed monster, guys. You got the PowerPoint, you got the Excel spreadsheet, and you got the book to tie it all in with K-means correlation. K-means clustering analysis. Okay. Then there is the spreadsheet on the correlation examples. Okay. So you're going to see how everything correlates by using that spreadsheet as your examples. Same thing with the calculation for VAR. You're going to appreciate that, guys. It's a great way to do your calculations for week 4. Okay. The calculations for VAR is really, really a solid spreadsheet, and that's going to help you with your Python and all of your other data alignment with your data analysis, along with your overall deductive reasoning when you do your data analysis via Python. So it's going to work out really well. So use that calculation for VAR. That is a solid guide to help you doing all your extrapolations with your data analysis when you're using the Python tool. Okay, you're going to thank me on that one. And then also there is another examples of the value at risk, or VAR, again, that is going to help you to coincide with the calculation. So use those two; they go hand in hand. The examples of the value at risk, or the VAR, for the calculations, and the value at risk PDF overall / PowerPoint. Okay, and then last but not least, there is a theory of financial risk from statistical to risk management PowerPoint that I really want you guys to immerse yourself in, because that is some good knowledge there that I know that you're going to appreciate by understanding the financial risks when you're talking about looking at statistical from a risk management perspective, using any type of statistical analysis such as your Python and or various types of tools. So you're going to appreciate the overall theory side and why financial risks need to be mitigated as much as possible. Okay, from the way you go about mitigating risk with risk management. Okay, so that is another good PowerPoint that I've really wanted to present to you guys here in week 4, because I know you appreciate it, because this week is all about risk mitigation. As you can see, I told you about the little thing that I gave you in lecture 3 or 4 when you're talking about failure modes and effect analysis. It's a great tool using the severity, occurrence, and detail detection, severity, occurrence, and detection, the SOD scoring, and you got to do your research on how you come up with the SOD scoring to get you that risk priority number, the RPN. So that's something you can do on your own time, but you're going to appreciate that. And like I said, I'd like to get your feedback on that as well. What's your thoughts on using the failure modes and effect analysis on any type of risk mitigation concept when you're looking at a process? Okay, each step of the process, you do a failure modes and effect analysis, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, because it pays huge dividends for organizations. And then when you get done with all that, you present that to leadership, and the leadership would think that you are a genius. How you went through every scenario, each of the line items for a step-by-step process till you get to your end goal. Typically, say, for example, a process may have 10 or 11 steps. All 11 steps have to be failure modes and effect analysis analyze. Okay, and it works out very well. Okay, so anywho, I'd like to get your feedback on that, if you don't mind, guys, as I mentioned earlier. But do value these Excel spreadsheets as well as the overall PowerPoints that I gave you. It will bode well with you guys moving forward. Here in this week 4, life will be truly good. So As always, guys, that is it for our 4 lectures for our week 4. And if you have any issues and or any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. You know, you can email me anytime and or call me within my respective banker hours. Now, my office hours, okay? I really appreciate it. Just go out there on My Instructor. You'll see my phone number and my hours. Have a great week, guys. Bye-bye.